If you look at this, that's a complete redesign of the car, of what the car looks like, what it feels like for us. But when I first saw this thing, I was like, what the heck is that thing? 1,000 what? The average EV car today can probably only deliver us maybe, I don't know, 200 and less miles of range on a single charge. This can do over 1,000. Now they do have different models, so I'll share with you what those are. You can see some solar panels on the front, top and back as well. So you can actually solar charge this vehicle while you're on the road. Imagine you park your car and then you come back a few minutes later and that car is charged even more than you had previously. Let's see if we want to reserve now what we'd actually get for our money. Ooh, look at that. I'll take that in black, please. So you get different range. So you can get 250 miles per charge, 400, 600 and 1,000. Now at the minimum what we're actually getting is real good value for money. You can get an all-wheel version, so let's have that 600 miles. We'll do that all-wheel drive. We'll definitely be picking that color. Let's get it in black. We do want the solar panels as well. We want solar everything. Okay, let's see what that's like. So if we wanted to reserve that now, we could pay $100 US dollars and reserve that now. That would cost us a total of 34,000 plus that. Okay, well that's gonna cost us a little less than 40,000. That's not too bad, considering what you're getting. They've redesigned the car, so I do like that. I find that to be very interesting. So whenever this company becomes available on the stock market or it starts trading publicly, I'd be very interested. Now, personally, I would buy one of these if I had the money. Of course I don't. I can't afford it. But I'd really love to get one in the future. Okay, take a quick look at that. Ah, they went and did it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Look at that bad boy cruise through the neighborhood. You're gonna have eyes, everything. Woo! That's something money can't buy. Or actually in this case it can. On to the next one. In this section we're going to be looking at drones. I won't go into detail about them. I'll just do quick looks at them. So I don't know how many people have seen the London light show, but this company called Sky Magic is the one working on this, who worked on this project, and it has done some big international projects. So what they've basically been doing is they're using drones to create these fantastic looking light shows. It could be from anything from personal to industrial scale projects. They do go into the different projects they have. So they've done quite a lot of them, as you can see here. The show types that they do, types of shows. So they do outdoor drone shows, indoor drone shows, and customized drone shows. And whatever the heck this is, pyro drones. Very interesting anyway. So let's just take a quick look at the outdoor drone show, or maybe indoor. Just a quick look. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You just can't imagine how they could synchronize drones to behave like this, all in sync. The power the beauty of technology that we have today. Okay, I'll just exit there. On to DJI. Now DJI is a more familiar company for most people. The reason why I'm having this one on here now is because they're really expanding their capabilities and features to deliver even more and more to apply for industrial scale projects, where they're applying it for artificial intelligence, with agriculture, all sorts of different fields and areas. I think security as well. So they have improved efficiency. They've increased the amount of time you can operate these drones for, and the precision mapping, increased flight safety, all of these things they talk about. So they're really doing some creative things. If you just look at the beauty of what they're developing with their 3D mapping technology, all that stuff is really changing the game. And the precision of the flight controls and everything. So if you want to find out more, they do talk about the ones you can buy for consuming, the ones for professionals. Photographers use them a lot as well, but the applications are just opening up to all these new fields and areas that we've never seen before. So that's DJI. Moving on to the next one, Skydio. That's another one. Now the one thing I find to be really interesting about what Skydio is developing is that they seem to really be focusing on how they can help to improve public safety. So in this video you can see that they're looking at it, how people operating fire technology can really use it to put to their advantage in rescue scenarios. So I just found the application to security and defense to be really unique and interesting. And they have it for inspecting all these crazy grid lines and all that stuff as well. So I found that to be really interesting, and I think it was worth a mention on this video. So moving on quickly, eVTOL, one of the most interesting sectors, I believe. It's all about the vertical takeoff and landing. In this story, I wanted to just introduce you to this one. So Archer, the company developing some drones that will transport people, is due to go public on the stock market, and United Airlines is looking at investing in this company and looking to order some aircraft as well. So if you look at that image, you can see that one has 2 seats in there, and there are these 2 people approaching to be able to go in it. And that's just a new image, of another image of how it looks from the side. So that's quite interesting story on that one. So I'd definitely be looking at investing in this company myself. Alright, on to the next one. So I just wanted to show you where you can find out more about these eVTOL technologies, and you can go on www.evtol.com, and you can really look at how they're using this technology. You can find all the latest information about the technology as well, and how they're trying to push these crafts that can do vertical takeoff and landing. Next on the list is in the 3D printing space, and one thing we've seen during the crisis is that 3D printing has become more and more important. 3D printing was basically a sector that was dying or didn't have as much relevance, but people have been creating prosthetic limbs. They've been creating all these crazy prototypes to be able to test quickly. I even saw something called 3D printed meat, 3D printed steak, and that was crazy. I personally wouldn't eat that anytime soon, but maybe I'll try it sometime in the future. But okay, so if we look at Nano Dimension, I think Nano Dimension is one of those companies that are really developing the technology behind creating these 3D printers to allow other companies to create solutions for different problems. So they're doing research, aerospace, defense, medical, automotive, and industry. So if you think about the type of investing I do, where I'm looking for all these future technologies and how can I deliver myself the best growth going into the future, and this is the type of groundbreaking research that I like to see happening. And all you have to really do is just keep your eye on the ball, or you can just watch this channel and you can see what I'm looking at in terms of future technologies, the areas that I think are really going to be pushing it in the future, and you can take some of those ideas. I'm fine with that. So that's 3D printing. Just to be quick on there, I think 3D printer has a strong foothold going into the future, unlike we've ever seen before. Well, just a quick talk about crypto technology, the use of cryptocurrency, in modern day era. Cryptocurrency, as we've seen over the past few weeks, months, since the crisis, cryptocurrency has now solidified its place and application in the world of technology, unlike ever seen before. So if you thought cryptocurrency was just some kind of joke before, Tesla has gone ahead and put down 1.5 billion of their cash into cryptocurrency, into Bitcoin specifically, as a more diverse investment for them. So if you think about it, they could have bought gold, they could have bought other companies, but those lead to their own challenges. Now I'm sure we've seen it over the past anyway, that Tesla has been buying other companies, it has been buying gold, so it explored the possibility of acquiring Bitcoin, and it can afford to leave that because it's just a small percentage of their overall cash flow. So I'm a strong believer in owning cryptocurrency as well. It just unlocks so many things that we've been previously tied to before. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. Visa and MasterCard have announced that they're creating these APIs and making them publicly available for cryptocurrencies to be used into their network. So they'll be operating as exchanges for these cryptocurrencies. So that's huge if you think about the scale on which MasterCard and Visa work. There was some talk about Apple possibly looking to invest some money in Bitcoin as well. I don't know how true that is, but I think it makes sense for a lot of these companies to start looking at cryptocurrencies a bit more seriously and really try pushing that forward for people to be able to unlock into the future. And Monzo has become one of the most popular banks. I think it's probably #1 now in the UK in almost every category. Now, when I spoke about Monzo and all these other new banks coming online to take the lion's share of customers away from the traditional banks, I was basically laughed at, and they said, no way could that happen. No, it is happening. The future is happening, and it's happening now, and that's what gets me excited about doing these videos for you. And hey, we're coming into a new world now, and if you want to outperform the market like I've done, I'm not here to give you financial advice, but I'm bringing the sectors and the news to really get you thinking about what's happening now and what I expect to happen in the future. Anyways, thanks for watching again. Peace.